Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing a money and finances reading for you. So let's see how things are looking, in the near future. Let's see if you're feeling very abundant this upcoming week, if there are any pleasant surprises coming up, unexpected income or anything like that, which is always welcome, right? Or let's see if maybe there is some advice that Spirit feels like, you could use to navigate next week in the best way possible. Welcome to this space. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you're looking forward to hanging out, because I'm going to be taking my time on this one. I want to just chill and connect a little bit more with you all. I feel like I've been going through so much in my life that I really wasn't as present as I wanted to be with the channel. It's like now I feel like I can actually just really connect. So let's see. Spirit, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for Pisces about money and finances. Please bring in the most accurate predictions, the best advice, the most powerful confirmations, and relevant messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising about money. Oh wow. Some of you are feeling a very strong calling. And it could be a spiritual calling. It could be something that has to do with your purpose. Something that maybe you are already very well versed in, or maybe, you have studied, you are some kind of wise expert at. For some of you, this is about spirituality. But for others of you, it could be kind of a purpose-driven thing that you are already really good at, that you're feeling called and inclined to pursue. Let's see what this is about, Pisces. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so first we have the Hierophant here. That's, the beginning of the reading, and that's why I'm saying all I'm saying. And we got Justice too, that just popped up. So you could be dealing with a Taurus in business. You could be dealing with someone with authority. You could be a person of authority here. In your job, in your company, whatever it may be, if you own a business or if you work for someone else. There could be someone here who is very spiritual in nature. This could be you. Or this could be someone you're dealing with. And if it is someone that you're dealing with, this person could be a little bit close-minded. This person may be someone who has always seen things in a specific way, spiritual or physical or business or whatever, and they feel like there is no room for other perspectives. They may feel like things gotta be by the book, and this is how they are, this is how they have to be, and that's it. So you could be dealing with someone like this at work. Could be a client, could be a boss, could be a coworker. But I see here that you are actually going through a moment in your life in which you're seeing things very differently. Maybe you believed everything had to be by the book for so long, and now you just don't see it that way, Pisces. I feel like some of you are learning about new industries, new ways of making money, new ways of having passive income. Some of you are really tapping into kind of like business models that you've never heard of before and that resonate to the core, that you just feel they're so perfect for you. And so there is this kind of influence here guiding you to remain in the same old way of doing things. But it's like you are awakening to something so different that you can't ignore it anymore. There's this brand new thing. And I feel like some of you could have experienced recently some kind of loss or some kind of financial difficulty, a little bit of a bump on the road. You may feel like there are things that should have worked, that could have worked, but that got sabotaged. Maybe by you, maybe by external factors. But I feel like some of you are really kind of grieving money that was maybe wasted, invested, and lost somehow. It could be a challenge for you to move forward after a big loss. It's like there could have been a big loss here with the Ten of Swords. Something that really just irritated you. Something maybe about a property, something maybe about a rental, or some kind of investment. It may have gone south, like really quickly. And you may be sort of a little bit, some of you are kind of shocked. With the Tower here in your mind space, you're like, what the hell just happened? It could be that some of you in the recent past started to see, maybe in the past 5 years, you started to see a very good positive movement with your money. You started to perhaps receive what you felt you were worth, whereas before you didn't. And maybe there was something that went wrong here. It could have very well been a necessary spiritual lesson, because with the Hierophant here, this is talking about that link between the spiritual realm and the physical. But with someone who thinks about it in a very logical, structured, human way. Some of you, this had to do with marriage. Take it if it resonates. But for some of you, there was a marriage here that maybe went south. And with it, there was a big loss of money, possibly. That will not apply for as many of you, though. In the near future, I see you here, Pisces, stable, grounded, abundant, comfortable, and very responsible. So if at any point there was, chaos, there was immaturity, there was lack of knowledge, that is in the past. I see here that in the future, you're going to have so much wealth that you could absolutely flex and have a mansion and have the latest car, but you're not going to do so because you're going to be smarter about it, Pisces. I see this peacock here. You know how the peacock, they open their wings and they're just absolutely stunning. But I see that this peacock here is very comfortable with its wings closed. And that's what I'm getting, massive abundance that you don't necessarily show off. And that's what's coming in the future. So maybe there could have been a component of ego in the recent past. For some of you, maybe you started receiving a very abundant rewards for your efforts. And maybe there was a little bit of flexing, maybe there was a little bit of overspending, some luxuries, kind of new rich energy. And it may have let you down, through the wrong path financially. But it seems like in the near future, you're very much more mature. And I see that there is strategy and that there's investments and that there is a lot of luxury, but kind of smart though. Smart luxury, if that's a thing. I see that right now, there could be a lot of nostalgia. A lot of you are really almost studying, is what I'm getting. Studying finances or studying your past decisions and your past movements. Analyzing, why did I do what I did? Why did I make that choice? Where could that be coming from? Is that a fear that I still have? It's you're really doing the work, Pisces. Take it if it resonates. Some of you may be with the Mercury retrograde as well, thinking about people from the past. Maybe thinking about certain things that worked for you in the past that are maybe not going to work now. You could be thinking about people who you shared a beautiful connection with at some point. Maybe you're missing someone that you worked for or with, or someone who worked for you. Maybe you are missing a friend, some kind of connection. I see here that you may not be entirely clear on how to proceed with your finances and with your job. There could be a lot of turbulence around this area, but you are definitely headed in the right direction, Pisces, even if you're not like conscious about it. Because I do feel like some of you are trapped in the grief of something that was shocking or something that was, you know, a big impact. It had a big impact on you. Even if you're still processing that, I do feel like you're headed in the right direction. There is divine justice that is coming here and that will be served for you. But it starts with you, going within and doing the work that you need to do to understand how did you play a role in whatever this was. Now, in your hopes and fears, it almost seems like some of you have developed a bit of a fear, subconscious fear, kind of like under the surface of receiving what you're worth. Maybe in the past you did, and now it's like, maybe I'm not the best at handling money, so maybe I should sabotage my efforts to receive the money that I know I can make. So some of you may be in this kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, in which you get close to having the abundance, but then something happens and it doesn't come through. You may find yourself like in this little dance almost. And that, I feel, is your subconscious mind saying, let's not get into the same situation. I don't trust, maybe you don't trust your own judgment. Maybe you feel like your past decisions are going to repeat themselves. So there's a need here to connect to that self-esteem of yours and really make sure. There's this exercise that I really like, in which you create kind of like this conversation between your subconscious and your conscious mind. It's kind of like a chat. And basically the goal of it is for the conscious mind to reassure and promise the subconscious that, same mistakes are not going to happen. And the subconscious basically reassure and promise to the conscious that they're not going to be, or it's not going to sabotage your reality. So something like this. Conscious mind, hello, I am the unconscious mind. I am afraid that this will happen again. So I want to let you make enough money to survive, but not enough to thrive, because maybe you're going to want to flex again, or you're going to spend in a way that is not appropriate. So, that's why I sabotage you. And maybe the conscious mind goes something like, what the fuck? Like, that's not useful. Like, thank you so much for creating that sabotage, but I don't want it. I don't want to use it. I don't want to have it, because now I trust my decisions and I promise that I'm not going to do this again. And then the subconscious mind says something and you go back and forth, back and forth. So at the end, the conscious mind promises to the subconscious that the same mistakes will not happen again. The subconscious mind promises to the conscious mind that there is not going to be any sabotage behind the scenes. And they get to kind of like a middle ground. It's actually really effective. It sounds kind of weird, but it's really good. And I feel like that could be very helpful for you, Pisces, because there seem to be almost like a festering, is what I'm hearing, of fears about money and finances, about success, about the economy, about something or many things. And to the extent in which you stand your ground within yourself and you tell yourself like, hey, I'm not going to fall for this. Like, my reality is an abundant one. I deserve abundance. I choose abundance. Like, to the extent in which you stand your ground within yourself, that's the extent in which you're going to almost heal this and allow for that abundance to come in. But if you're wondering about predictions, if you're wondering about how things are looking, you look really good, okay? Stable, grounded, mature, very robust financial situation, okay? comfortable home situation, so much so that you could brag, that you could be showing off, that you could be flexing, and you're like, I'm over that. I am no longer the new rich, I am actually rich now. And therefore there's more responsibility, and there is more strategy, and there's almost a component of owning the money instead of having the money own you. So yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting, Pisces. I love to see it. So let me know in the comment section if this makes sense to you. If any bit of this reading resonated, comment below and tell me which part of the reading resonated, because it makes me really curious to see how these energies show up differently for all Pisces. So yeah, I love you so much. I love you to the moon and back, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, all of that if it resonates and it feels right. And also know that in the description box below, you're going to find all of the relevant information about what I'm up to. Bye!